Good morning to my dear students. As you all know that we were discussing about human digestive system of our body, and in the previous video we discussed about steps involved in in heterotropic nutrition in humans, that is ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Okay, we discussed about ingestion, that how food we take, intake of food is discussed earlier, and what happens to the food when it enters into our mouth, what different functions is performed by the different parts of mouth. Okay, and the process of digestion starts in mouth. So now we are going to discuss about esophagus and stomach, that after mouth food moves to the pharynx. Here is a portion that is called pharynx, which is a common passage for air and food. Okay, after that pharynx there is a tube like structure which is near about 20 to 25 centimeter long in our body, and that tube is called esophagus or food pipe. Clear? After that food moves to the stomach. Let's discuss in brief how food passes from esophagus. The esophagus is the portion of the gastrointestinal tract that connects the pharynx to the stomach. The esophagus is the portion of alimentary canal, we can also say, that connects the pharynx to the stomach, or let's say that connects mouth to the stomach. In esophagus, food from mouth to stomach occurs through the peristaltic movement. Means in esophagus there is no simple movement of food moves due to peristaltic movement of esophagus. Esophagus actually, it is a tube like structure which is made up of muscle, and as I told you earlier in class 6 that muscles can contract and relax. For movement there will be two pairs of muscles, among which one contracts and second will be relaxed. Same in case of the movement of esophagus muscles is known as peristalsis. Peristalsis is the wave-like muscular contractions occurs because of the circular smooth muscle contracts behind and relaxes in front to push the bolus. Bolus is the food which is swallowed by us and thrown by tongue in esophagus. So at here these muscles contract, and due to which these muscles exert a force on the food so that food will push in downward direction, and these muscles are relaxing means the size is increasing so that food can move in downward direction. Now observe this structure: from mouth, esophagus, bolus of food to stomach, muscles contracting, pushing the bolus downward direction. At here the muscles are contracting, at here the muscles are relaxing, the size is increasing. Now after that this contraction relaxation is keep going on in esophagus, and at the end of esophagus there is a J shape, a bag like structure is there which we call stomach. In stomach our food remains for 5 to 6 hours, where different functions is performed by the stomach. The stomach is a muscular organ located on the left side of the upper abdomen. The stomach receives food from the esophagus. The stomach contains, the walls of stomach contains some pouch like structure which secretes some liquid substances into the stomach, and those pouch like structures are called gastric glands. and whatever they secretes, whatever they release in stomach, they are known as gastric juices. Okay, they are known as gastric juice. The stomach muscles contract periodically. Churning food of enhanced digestion means the muscles contract and relax continuously, due to which some due to which churning of food takes place, means each and everything, so that due to which gastric juices mixes in the food easily. Functions of stomach first, later on we discuss about gastric juice. Temporary storage, allowing time for the digestive enzymes, means it stomach stores food for temporary purpose. Some part of food get digested at here. Mechanical breakdown means food break down into smaller pieces. Okay. Limited absorption, no specific defense against microbes. Preparation of iron for absorption. Now gastric gland, this is the very important topic, listen it very carefully. Gastric glands, these are the pouch like structures which are located on the inner wall of stomach, and they releases some chemicals, and those chemicals or liquid substances or biological substances collectively known as gastric juice, and it contains three compartments, that is HCl, hydrochloric acid, mucus and pepsin. Collectively they are known as gastric juice, and they are secreted by gastric glands which are located inner wall of small intestine. Now HCl, function of HCl. HCl, first of all, it kills the pathogenic bacteria, means harmful bacteria which enters through our food in our body. Okay, it helps in breakdown of proteins. It helps in breakdown of proteins into peptones. It provides acidic medium. It provides acidic medium for pepsin. I will discuss pepsin about later. It provides acidic medium for pepsin. Okay. So there are three functions of HCl. First, it helps in digestion of proteins. Second, it provides acidic medium for pepsin. And third, it kills harmful bacteria present in our food. Mucus. Mucus has an important role. Mucus, this is the important role. Listen, read it very carefully. Mucus works as protective barrier. Means mucus behaves like a barrier between what? Between inner wall of stomach and HCl. Okay, it don't allow HCl and pepsin. It don't allow HCl or pepsin to digest inner wall of stomach, and that's why mucus works as protective barrier. It protects stomach from HCl. Look at these 3 points, these are very important. Mucus protects as a protective barrier. It protects stomach wall from self digestion by pepsin. As mucus is alkaline, means basic, it protects stomach from HCl. Now here is only one function of pepsin. It converts proteins into peptides. Pepsin is an enzyme. Pepsin is an enzyme. Enzymes are biological catalyst. Biological means living, and catalyst means which increases rate of reaction. Rate means speed. and reaction means chemical change. Means enzymes are some living organisms which increases the speed of reaction, which increase the process of conversion. Okay, and pepsin is an enzyme which converts proteins into peptones. If it occurs on its own, conversion occurs on its own, then it takes several years to digest protein. But due to pepsin, it digests within 3 to 4 hours. It will digest. Okay, so enzyme increases the rate of reaction. Hope you get the topic. In next video, we will discuss about pancreas, liver and gallbladder and some portion of small intestine. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.